What's going on, man?
Hey, buddy.
What's happening?
And I can see you this time.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Happy Transfiguration Day. No, it's Ascension Day.
Yeah, but I appreciate it. I heard it was a good effort.
Yeah, it's my little brother's birthday too. And it's funny,
That's
my
cool.
birthday lands on Pentecost.
That's cool.
So he descends on my little brother's birthday, and then the Spirit descends on mine.
On your birthday.
Isn't that kind of crazy,
man.
right?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't happen all the
Makes
time.
you realize that he was here a long time after resurrection, right?
Yeah.
Long time.
It
just blows my mind. And then my birthday is only like a week away. The Spirit comes really quick.
Yeah, that part's, and that's just, well, I don't know.
June 4th. My birthday is June 4th. That's Pentecost.
Yeah, and that one's just because it has to be on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why we celebrate Transfiguration. I'm not sure if it's a set Thursday before the Pentecost, or if it's like May 25th. It's not May 25th every year. It's got to be connected to Easter, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
Certain number of days after Easter. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Do I need to turn off the music in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. It's State of Ohio. I love Damian Gerardo, man. That guy's good stuff.
I do like Damian Gerardo.
Hold on. Now, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Not much, man.
Just hanging out. Weather.
We got the end of the school year crap, so
we were hot for like a week, and then now we're not. It's freezing
again. That's crazy.
It's good. Michigan not the best for weather. I'm not the biggest fan.
It's been good for us. We had a couple of days that were real hot, like 90s, like high 90s, and then all week this week and last week has been like, low 80s.
Yeah,
it was like perfect for this late in May. That's unheard of. It's usually way hotter. So global warming, right? Idiot.
This is morons. What was I gonna say? Mine didn't. Ariana Grande didn't make the concert over in the UK. Didn't make. I'm not gonna mention it. Maybe B will.
I would imagine B might. I don't know. It wasn't something I was grateful for.
No.
I usually bring them up though, but I don't know. I'm sick of bringing them up.
Yeah,
because I'm sick of them happening.
It's true. It's true.
I can't figure out. I don't know. There's a Norm Macdonald bit from his most recent Netflix special that just came out. I was gonna put it in and I didn't, but he has this great joke about World War I and II. He's like, I'm not afraid of anybody in the world. I'm not afraid of ISIS. I'm not afraid of Iraq. I'm not afraid of North Korea. There's one country I'm afraid of. Germany. Because I don't know if any of you have studied history, but at the early part of the last century, Germany decided to go to war, and they picked as their enemy the world. You would think, okay, they decided to go to war with the world, so that war will be over in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was actually kind of close. And then 30 years after that, they chose as their foe again the world. And this one was even closer. And he goes, I don't know why we didn't all band together and just say, you're not a country anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't get to be a country because, he goes, who do you think you are, Mars? You don't attack the world.
That's crazy.
That's what I kind of feel like that with ISIS. Like, can't the world just get together and say, no, you guys don't get to do this anymore?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. There's BB.
Hi guys, sorry.
Hi Bianca.
Every time.
No, I was actually here early.
Uh-huh.
The Google goes into like the The email
Signal.
goes into not the main account. I have to go into like see this other screen to be like, oh man, there's emails in there,
Yeah.
and that's where this one goes.
But it's the same every week, right?
What? What?
It's the same every week, so I feel like
I know you think
a
by
small
now.
level of adjustment could
It
be
gets
made.
me every time. Every time I'm like, where's this email? And I'm like, oh dang, it's in the other folder, I bet. And sure enough,
There it
There
is.
it is.
here I am just doing random stuff, and you guys have been waiting for me.
There it is. And there it is.
But this time I actually was here early.
You look
It's
like you're
really
awake.
early.
which is
I
nice.
don't. You don't ever have to say sorry to me. 8 in the morning. I'm like, that's fine. That's
I accept apologies. I'll take sorry, everyone.
yeah. It's like my days
But I am
after-
glad you're here.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
And I posted all those podcasts, so now
I
I'm
know,
back with my
that was
friend
awesome.
again.
Thank you. I'm glad I
Our
said
friendship was on the
something.
line. I came through.
Yeah. Everything is awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. I know my parents will really enjoy that.
Have you listened to him yet?
I listened to, how many did you do? 4?
Yeah.
I listened to 2.
Yeah. My desire to get back at you for making me post them all
What?
made some of the intros.
No!
There's a lot of, I don't want to go first. I'm terrible at going
There's a
first.
lot of, okay.
Yeah, there's some okay there, for sure. It was hilarious. I couldn't pass up doing it. I was like, oh
Oh.
man, these are fantastic.
You're supposed to cut that, you know.
I know, but then I was like, she wanted me to throw them up, so
I know. I figured that was my.
that was the risk. But
Yeah.
the positive is doing a bunch like that in a row. I
Mhm.
realized I figured out a system for doing it much faster. I think,
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
which is I don't think we need as much B-roll. That was one of the things that was taking me a long time in editing. So
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah.
just
Just
30 or 40 seconds before we actually start, probably,
Okay.
and go right into it. So I think that's good.
that is good.
I'm really grateful you do it.
I
Thanks
like
for
the
doing
new
all the
logo
legwork.
and stuff. I think it'll make it easier for people to
I
find
do
us.
too.
We'll see.
I like it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
My,
Well done, Gregor.
My intern said she accidentally deleted it because she saw that, you know,
Oh,
it was
sure.
a picture
I
that
was
she
wondering
didn't
about that.
realize. And she's like, what, am I like linked to my parents' like account or something? So she deleted it. And then later that day I told her, oh, we have a new logo. She's like, oh, it must be that one. So that's why I wrote that on Facebook in case
No,
people,
that's a good catch.
people have been doing that. And I wanted to promote it since I'm the one that said that it
Yeah,
should go
that's
on.
true
So
too.
I
Yeah.
was like, I should
That's true.
probably tell people to listen to these.
The other thing that was funny is going back and listening to them, like to do the editing. I realized, like, oh, we've been talking about changing the name for way longer than I thought we had talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this week in gratitude was always one of like the top 2 or 3 ones that we. And you guys
Yeah,
actually
I
told me
like
like
that one.
3 weeks ago I could change it, and I just didn't
Yeah.
hear that. All right. So there you go.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
really like the new logo. But does it look like old people? That's what I kind of does. One of your
for sure.
friends didn't rec-
Yeah.
No,
she
I
thought
made
it
it.
was
I just
cute.
did it. I pulled a stupid clip art thing, so we can come up with something
I know,
totally.
but because what Bianca just said me kind of makes me sad. I was kind of like, what?
Well, she didn't know
We have
why
old
this
eyes.
new
We have old
thing-
eyes. Yeah, this is probably my parents' thing. That's
No,
probably us.
It's not old like that.
Yeah,
but
we're old.
it's definitely more middle aged.
Yeah, her parents are older than you guys. That makes you feel better.
Probably not by much.
25 years old.
How old are her parents?
I don't know, but she's 20.
I guess older than 40. Did have.
Oh, she's 22, and you guys have like 15-year-olds.
I have a 16-year-old.
We're good. I'm gonna.
I
plug
think
this
her
in this
thing more
future.
is like, who else am I linked to that this could be their podcast? Because she didn't recognize
it wasn't
picture.
the other one, right? Like the biggest thing is
Yeah.
like, oh, I have this new podcast, but I didn't
Yeah.
sign up for it.
Yeah, I liked that picture of you guys too. That's too bad.
I know
That
that's
was
a good
such
picture.
a good picture. What I would have done is just keep that picture, go with Bianca in letters or something.
I know, but we changed the name too.
Oh, well, but you could still use that picture, right? The picture didn't have that words on it, did it?
That's true.
Yeah.
I might at some point. I
Yes,
just added the words to it. I don't know what I did.
Someday we'll all get together.
And also, Greg, I was thinking if you taught me how to do the system, did you have to buy anything? I could do some of them too, so you don't have to do all of them. I feel like I
Oh,
have
no,
more
I
time
use
on my hands
GarageBand.
than you.
I could show you how to do it pretty
Okay,
easily.
I have GarageBand. I have a Mac.
You basically, I just have to give you the login for the YouTube piece because then you go into the YouTube and you download the audio of our streaming right now.
Oh, okay.
And then you put that in GarageBand, and then you can do all the editing from there.
And then how do you post it to iTunes?
Once you edit it, if you just emailed it to me, I could post it. That'd be easier.
Oh, okay.
The posting it has like 3 or 4 different steps with passwords I'm not sure about.
Oh, okay. They're all in your computer.
Yeah, they're memorized by my computer, but I don't remember what they all are. So
Yeah, I'd love to help you. I feel like I have more time than you guys.
I'm pretty lazy.
I make time to do it.
Which puts him in the running for top 10 laziest of all time.
Why?
No, it's Lebowski.
Oh, I was going to say, people can be lazy.
Worldwide, he says, actually.
He's the laziest in Los Angeles County.
Which puts him in the running for top 10 worldwide. The joy of the Lord. All right, who starts this thing?
Order, yeah.
Oh, I need to write. Oh, dang it. This is what happens when I just get here. I have to write mine
last
down.
week and went second.
I bet you I start. I bet you I started.
I think Bianca picked last week.
I did pick.
Which
What does
means
that mean?
Jason starts it.
And you
Bianca
pick.
goes first. Jason goes second, and then I pick.
Got it.
You got that written down, B?
Yep. This week in gratitude with Jason
Hold on,
out here
Jason.
in
We're not
Muskegon.
going to start it yet, man. Every time.
Why
Just
not?
Give
I
me
can
a
start
second
it.
to write down the order, so we got it.
Oh, we got it.
And I'm writing down my 3 because I need to think of it.
Gosh,
Why even bother getting there early, Bianca? If
I know. Should have done this during youth group yesterday.
No, you're
You know what?
fine. All
Sometimes I do it during the week, like as things happen that I really
I
enjoy.
know.
I just write
That's
them down.
my goal. I mean, look at me. I brought headphones.
Yes,
It
you're
took
a
5
step up on the
weeks to
headphones.
bring headphones. It's little by little, baby steps. I will do it.
So proud.
It's not a
Welcome to the
reflection of how much
podcast.
I
Welcome
care
to the
about this
podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and people at sea.
Oh my
We
gosh.
are-
You gotta
I
start
can
over.
start?
You have to start over, Jason.
Why?
Because the start's got to be clean. We can't be talking behind you as you begin the.
Okay, quit talking then. All right, here's a clean one. In 3. No, just kidding. Okay. Is it clean enough right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Gosh.
Welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is This Week in Gratitude. I'm Jason out here in Muskegon, Michigan. And we got Greg down in San Antonio, Texas. And we got Bianca over there in Seattle, Washington. We're 3 friends that have been friends for a little over a decade. And we love to just get together and talk about the things that we're grateful for that are in recent news or our lives. And it's really just an excuse for us to get together and talk just because we like each other a lot. We like how each other think. And then we also, if you like it, make sure you subscribe, put it on your Facebook, your Twitter. And actually, you have to like it too, right? Or something. Like
It helps if you like it.
It helps if you like it.
It helps
Okay.
other people find it easier. I feel like we're at the start of like a golf tournament or something. What's this like no energy, soft, quiet Jason voice?
No. I'm just we're just getting together, man. It's May 25th. I don't know if that has anything
Chill
to do
out,
with-
Greg, man. Come on.
Yeah, just chill out. Well, I'm not Lebowski.
Dude.
I'm the dude.
This podcast can take a terrible turn if we get Jason
You
quoting
can call me
Lebowski.
the duder. You could anyway. So I think Bianca starts this week, right?
Sure. I can start.
And they're in no particular order. And then we each give 3 things we're grateful for. And then I believe it's Greg this week picks the best
Yes.
5 of them.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
So,
right.
Bianca,
That's the whole deal.
So Bianca. Okay, I can start.
Ascension Day.
Oh, please don't say dates, Jason.
Yeah, 'cause now I have to put it up. Otherwise, it looks stupid. Don't time code these things.
Next
Okay.
one was just
Too
electric.
much pressure.
Okay.
My first one is actually a recommendation from you guys, and I followed through. And I read You Are What You Love. I already forgot who wrote it. Mr. Smith, I think.
That is correct.
Mr. James Smith. And I really enjoyed it. I'll say a little bit what I'm getting out of it is the author is, I don't know, have we talked, you just recommended it. We didn't actually talk about the book itself.
Jason and I talked about it a while ago. I don't think we talked about it with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, they have an entire chapter about, well, the whole book is about liturgies and how we're a part of liturgies that you may not even realize that you're a part of, and what is that doing to how you view yourself and how you view your faith. And then there's a whole chapter about liturgies in youth, which I do that for a living, is youth group. And he was calling me out a little bit on the things that I do in my youth group, which is like very fun and very camp-like and does not retain introverts very well, which I need to work on. And so his suggestions were aimed toward the history of the faith and bringing some of those practices back, and youth can handle it. And I know youth can handle it because they have before, but I think creating a system for just slowing down and creating time for prayer and time for things going on in their lives, rather than me telling them, this is what I think is going on in your life, giving them time to respond back. And so that particularly, I really like that chapter, but I am enjoying the whole entire book, which really has made me think about the cultures that I'm in that I barely even realize that I'm in and how much they affect me. And I would recommend that book for our listeners. It is very good. It's called You Are What You Love.
Yes. Awesome. I'm glad you like that one, Dee.
Yeah, I do.
Did it make sense as a good follow-up to Celebration of Discipline?
It did, because it's not actually going through other disciplines,
right.
But it is saying how important it is to correct your aim at the purposes of why you do things. And this is the whole point about liturgies, is you don't even realize where you're aiming, because some of the practices that are already in your life, you didn't even ask for. They just are part of it, part of your life. I mean, I don't even want to give examples just because they're different for everybody, but those are aligning my loves. Those are aligning my goals. What do you call telos? And you need to be aware of them. I mean, first you need to be aware that you're not aware of them, and then you can start adding in or applying the ones that actually do matter to you and want to bring value to your life. So yeah, it was really convicting. And he doesn't go through like, this is what prayer will do, this is what fasting will do. It's more of like it was the broader vision of why anyone would be doing practices in the first place.
Yeah, he does an amazing job of describing that problem that you don't see as the problem, and his solutions are awesome. I think it's I remember in 1998 I was at a youth conference. I was an intern, and Tony Campolo was leading, and he said, if I was a youth pastor today, I would do communion every single time at youth group. And I think he was naming what Smith kind of wrapped up in a bow, but it's anyway, I think it's good. That's a good one. You started off on a good one.
Yeah. And go ahead.
I had a question that like your interacting like sparked something for me. So see if this line of questioning makes any sense at all. It's kind of only tangentially related to the book. Do you think, well, I'm trying to figure out how to ask the question, but I'm wondering, do you think there are more introverts now in youth culture? First, that's question A. B, follow-up. If so, is it connected to technology? Like, does technology make introverts?
When you say youth culture, do you mean the leaders or the kids?
Kids. I mean, like young people.
Yeah. Well, the only other data point I have is when I was in youth group, other than this generation, which I
know it's
spent a lot of time.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard for me to answer because I surround myself with, I mean, if I look back at my youth group, my friends from the youth group were the loudest, craziest ones. Yeah. So I don't even.
So part of what I'm wondering, I think, I'm just putting dots together, so I might be wrong.
Yeah.
There was a while, like in Canada, where this is tangential at first. There was a while in Canada where people were having babies.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah, and they were classifying all these babies being born as developmentally disabled or something like that, like some like autistic or something along those lines. And the reason was because they were actually being born with like fetal alcohol syndrome, and that carried with it so much stigma culturally that the doctors stopped diagnosing babies that way because they were so far it would just put them in such a bad track. Anyway, I'm wondering if technology is creating a whole glut of problems socially that we kind of politely call introverts.
Well, just in my experience of what I have going right now, I would say they're not correlated, only because the ones I would consider extroverts and play all the games, sign up for all the things, they're also on technology a ton. I mean, they're not on any more than the introverts who, even like the first minute I will meet someone as they come into the youth group room, you can tell like this is going to be tough for them. Like, you make sure you surround them with, a leader and 2 kids and make sure they feel welcome. Because, I mean, they're not coming in on their phones or anything, but just their personalities. You can just
no. Okay, so this is
the way
like,
they walk in.
for sure those kids exist and they've always existed.
Yes.
Like that's.
Are you saying we might be misnaming them?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm not even worried about that. I'm wondering if. I'm sort of wondering if percentage-wise it's way different than it used to be. Like there used to be like if I had a group of 100 kids, I would have 4 or 5 that were kind of like that you would know coming in automatically. I'm wondering if like the general like scope of youth culture has shifted so that now you might have 40 or 50 kids like that, and then you still have your normal outgoing extrovert kids that.
And I'd be wondering if like with the technology, like there's rise of technology, I wonder if introvert extrovert is kind of antiquated.
That's what I'm wondering.
I bet you because I think my son, just looking over his shoulder, I think in school he's an introvert, but when he's online playing Minecraft with his friends and like I don't know, it's just interesting. I think there's introverts that are someone else, like they're extroverts when they get online or like with I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
a different podcast, but
That's a different thing. Yeah,
but that's what I was asking. That's what I was curious about. Like,
I'm
wondering in youth culture if largely some of those paradigms are, because I've seen a rise in sort of contemplative worship stuff, liturgical worship stuff, and I know like when I was like, when I was in college, there was a lot of talk about like we're in a kind of same era Jason's talking about. There was this like, hey, we're going to return to liturgy. Like there's more here than the generation before us thought there was, and there were real like theological and cultural reasons that was happening. But then, so I'm wondering what some of those underlying theological and cultural reasons are that are pushing towards, I don't know, pushing towards some more contemplative, even quieter stuff than just liturgy. And technology seems like one of those things to me where there's all kinds of noise and all kinds of things all the time to distract, and contemplative sort of quieter prayer and worship changes that dynamic a little bit. But I don't know. It was just an observation based on what you kind of pointed out. I was curious.
Okay, I'll have to sit and think about that.
Yeah, I would love for you because you have the eyes in the middle of all these youths.
Yeah.
Let's come back and talk about that.
You're our only young person, Bianca. That's the
college students. Okay.
Your only hope. Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's.
I think I have all music, but I gotta throw something else other than music, right? Okay, I'll do Genius, that show on National Geographic Channel. Ron Howard and Brian Grazer, whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah,
he is. They're making they made a television show about Einstein, and it's super interesting. It's really well shot, and it kind of hops over all the timeline. And what I particularly love about it is it kind of springboards off that last conversation just about how in the midst of the chaos, sometimes brilliance is found in contemplation. I don't know how historically accurate it is, but it's just so cool because they show Einstein as a youth, and the way he would just sit and imagine is impressive. And it's kind of it's a neat. I think if you're going to have a challenge that comes out of this television show, it's to have some more time to sit and imagine and dream and think. And so genius. It's on National Geographic Channel. I have no idea why.
They paid the most money for it. That's why.
Yeah, it's good, and it's really well made.
It looked really cool. I
never realized how much he's kind of a pig. He was kind of like he slept around and stuff. At least that's the way the show kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
All the
that's
great men in history, Jason. All the great men in history.
Yeah.
I have another random. I don't know why I'm having these questions today.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason. Somebody else. There has to have been a philosopher who's made this observation before. If not, I'm trademarking it now. But I'm pretty sure there has been. What is the thing in history where history moves at a rate that it couldn't? Hold on, this is going to be weird. So
use your words.
I'm sorry. Einstein exists, and he does something crazy. He invents something crazy. He understands something crazy, and then that understanding produces a bunch of other things that happen. But the other things that happen in such a way that nobody could actually go back and replicate what Einstein did. So, like, I was just like your point about like the imagination or like being able to sit quietly for a long time and think about the world or whatever. It's like, yeah, I feel like that there are things that were made, that have been made, that if we were totally wiped out, we would never be able to remake. Right? Like it's like the whatever knowledge was required to make those things was lost once those things took its spot. I don't know what I lost you guys both. I'm sorry about that one.
It's not a question. I think that's a cool statement. I like the way you think, but I think
there's a word for that, like or a phrase, like some kind of.
Yeah, I just watched a video on this from this old, the old organization I used to work for, and there's a word for it in science that if you rewound everything and played it back again,
you could never get to where you are now.
It wouldn't be the same. I mean, some agree that it would be the same. I mean, there's inevitability, and then some are saying no, it couldn't be. It had to have been that timing and all of, including thoughts. You know, obviously asteroids hitting the planet, but also including certain thoughts during certain eras. You know, they have to be.
That's kind of my thing. Like it's like Einstein did something, and like we have Einstein's notes, so we could do whatever Einstein did, But if we didn't have Einstein's notes, because of Einstein, we've moved forward in such a way that we could never go back and redo Einstein.
Yeah. Or if we did, it would be at a different era. It wouldn't be his generation.
Yeah. That was a random. I thought of that when you were explaining that, Jason, because it was like,
I'll send you that video because it was really good. It's only like 3 minutes long.
All right. That's good stuff. Sorry, Jason. I sidetracked that one. But it sounds like
yeah, it is. I highly recommend it.
All right, I'm going to lighten it up because my number one is just silly. I've got two really silly ones. So I love hot tubs. That's my number one.
Yay!
I've rediscovered my love of hot tubs.
Great.
I love them for all kinds of reasons. First, they're hot. I like that. I genuinely love sitting in a hot tub talking to people. I feel like that's my, like, if there was a show where I could just sit in a hot tub talking to people, that'd be calling. I feel like you get good conversations, honest conversations.
Maybe that's a goal of ours. Maybe sometime we should do this from a koozie.
Even in San Antonio, yeah. Like, and it was like,
it's hot.
Did you, lot of information here, but I took my kid to a soccer practice, and then after it was done, we have a buddy who's staying in town for like a week. And so we went over to his place and jumped in the hot tub, and that was really cool. And then we got to talk to each other. It was fun. I don't know.
I've had a lot of really good conversations in hot tubs. I'm with you on this.
It's
Did
true,
anybody
right?
catch Dimitri Martin on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert?
No, but I love Dimitri.
Yeah.
I do too. He's coming out with this new show that's not on our top,
that's
whatever.
what I heard.
But he was doing like his usual like writing, it's like his drawings, and he had like a bar graph, and he says, this is when people pray at church. This is when it's pretty high, but the highest one is like in front of the toilet. And the lowest one, there's just like this little one that says jacuzzis. Anyway, you don't really talk to God in the jacuzzi. Anyway.
I do, man. I love hot tubs. That's my. Hey, also real quick, I watched Bianca. I watched your Don't Think Twice movie.
And
it was great. I loved it.
So good.
It was really.
I
good.
watched your other one. I didn't watch that other one, but I watched the Manchester by the Sea one.
And
it's really sad.
It's so sad.
I haven't watched it. I haven't myself to do that one yet.
I know. I love movies. I could just do top 3 movies every time if you wanted me to, but I try to mix it up a bit.
All right, I got hot tubs on my list. I defy you guys to come up with.
We actually have a hot tub here. My parents do on Bainbridge Island, which that's actually a good combo because it's like kind of cold outside, but your body
makes sense. That makes sense.
So
you'd be surprised how quick your body adjusts even when it's hot out.
That just sounds like I don't know. I don't know.
I would use it less in the summer.
100 degrees outside, and then you get into hot water.
Listen, if anybody wants to sponsor the podcast with a hot tub, I can test it out and tell you if it works in the summer or not.
Okay, let us know. Report back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. I'm jumping back to TV shows from Jason. Sorry, I don't have anything to directly leap off of hot tubs on my list.
That's fair. That's fair. I gave you a lot to work with.
I probably have already said this one, but we're in a different season, so I'm going to re-say Better Call Saul. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. I record, obviously, like everybody else, I record all my shows because I'm not home a lot when they're on. And then I always remember to watch Better Call Saul. And every time I'm watching it, I'm like, this show is so slow. Like, my brain doesn't work that slow. I'm like, why do I like this show so much? And then there will be one scene where I'm like, oh, best show ever. So good. And it gets me almost every single time. I'm like, this is why I like this show. Well, I love Bob Odenkirk, and I have since Mr. Show with Bob and David. And so he always sells it for me. But obviously the writing and where the story is going, I love Better Call Saul. I'm not sure if you guys watch it, or you don't really need to watch Breaking Bad before. It's a spinoff from Breaking Bad. But if you like Bob Odenkirk, you probably could like Better Call Saul if you don't mind like slow rolling stories that it'll take the whole season to tell, which you probably could have told in one episode. But
I love Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Heard it's
so
amazing.
that's my top. It's really good this season.
Do you watch it, Jason?
No, I don't watch it. Can you just jump in, or is it one of those you have to watch from the beginning?
I think you might miss some stuff if you just jumped in. Just because it's a long story, right? It's like you would miss, how these things are going. But I don't know. Maybe watch a freestanding episode and tell me, like, was it good?
I'm gonna give that one a run.
Oh man.
Hey, so you said you record all your shows, Jason? Do you do that too? Like, do you DVR everything and then?
I do.
So here's a question. When you guys do that, how do you prioritize which one you watch first? Like when you're coming to your DVR, you've got all your shows on there, and now like, how do you know which one you're gonna watch right away?
I only have 2 days to watch them. I can only watch Wednesday morning and Friday, so I watch all my comedies on one of the days if I can get it in before work on Wednesday, and then I watch all the dramas on Friday.
Nice.
That's how
Jason, how do you do it?
Mine's time of the day oriented. Like if it's in the morning or in the day, it's usually sports or comedy. And then dramas and like serious stuff in the evening.
That's cool.
Greg?
Yeah. I don't have a DVR.
Okay, you just are wondering.
I was curious. Like I'm thinking about getting a DVR. I'd like to have a DVR.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but
it's a game changer.
That's what I keep thinking to myself. Like I also think I would watch way more TV, and that's the part that makes me a little nervous.
Oh, I feel like I watch less because I only watch these like 4 or 5 shows. And
I would have a
that's
much
it. I don't,
longer list
unless
of
the
them.
Mariner game is on, I don't turn on the live TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch a lot of sports. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, sports live TV makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But even then, I like to, like, I have that DVR thing. I just push pause and then I watch other stuff. And then during, you know, like when I'm switching shows, I'll see what's going on in the game.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm thinking about it. All right.
It's pretty deep right there.
Oh, wow.
Super good stuff.
Okay, who's up? Jason?
I don't
Jason,
even know.
no,
Two.
number-
Okay. Gosh, this is so hard because there's so much stuff that happens, right?
Well, that's why it used to be
Have
5.
music on this. That's-
Yeah, that's why it used to be 5. I think that's why it's hard. Gosh,
Hey, so we could not today because Bianca's no way prepared for this.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I can barely think of 3.
We could go up to 4 and
Oy,
not
oy,
rank
oy.
them.
Okay, we'll consider it.
yeah, let's pray about that. Let's
Sounds
pray
like
about
a no. from you.
I guess my next one.
Well-
my next one is Jimmy Kimmel. Late, like his ever since he had that kid. I don't know if you heard about his monologue after his kid being born with a heart defect. That was a phenomenal episode, and ever since then, it's been. I think it's been kicked up a notch, and especially I've noticed that kind of music has kind of taken a dive, but lately it's coming. Maybe it's because the summer, maybe it's because it sweeps sometime, or sometimes they're getting ratings or something like that. But there's just been some amazing music on late night with Jimmy Kimmel. And I think my top one is Royal Bloods, or I don't think it's plural. I think it's Royal Blood. It's just this bassist and a drummer, and the guy runs his bass through like some kind of distortion pedal, so he plays it like a guitar, but it's ridiculous. I think it's a wicked good song. It's called Lights Out. So that's it.
I gotta write that one down. Hold on.
Royal
So
Blood, Lights Out.
your best
Maybe
is
I'll
the
think
band, not Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, I kind of broaden it so it's more than, you know. I wanted to point out that Jimmy Kimmel.
So all of TV.
I'm telling you, Jimmy Kimmel, I think, is winning late night. Like, I honestly think if there's a battle of the bands, Jimmy Kimmel is
Despite
winning.
all the numbers.
Despite all the numbers, I think he's crushing everybody else. His monologues are better. His guests are better. It's awesome, especially, and he had U2. That was a really good one too.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Do you think it seems like every year right now is when like brand new albums drop?
Yeah, that's why I think I'm having to cut out all these albums that are coming out. But these are that's it.
Royal Blood. This isn't going to be a band that like we listen to once. Is like, oh, what was Jason on? And then we never hear about them again. This is actually like these guys are legit.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make it. I don't know. I know this song hits hard. I like it a lot.
And it's like bass heavy, bass focused. I think I might like it.
It's bass and the drummer is ridiculous. The drummer's
Trevor and Ivan.
It's a drummer and a bassist, and it doesn't sound like a bass. Like if you listen to it without seeing it, it doesn't sound like a bass. He runs it through all kinds of effects pedals, and he does it sounds like a heavy electric guitar.
Okay, this sounds like something I'm gonna enjoy. I will check that out.
That's pretty good. Too. I like the guy's voice. My little brother has said, I think he thinks he's heard it in some soundtrack or in some show. Or movie. Yeah.
Twilight?
Maybe. No, not Twilight. Except I did find that one band I love.
Such an old reference.
Thanks, B. Thanks. I heard a lot.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry. In my head.
Like they found out Twilight. I love that band. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, it's not going to get
go
better. My second one is also sort of silly, but awesome. 7-Eleven had a bring your own cups day.
I saw that.
That was awesome.
I did not see that.
It was fantastic. And so I have this enormous cup that we use for our March Madness pool. So whoever wins March Madness gets their name written on the inside of the cup. And then you take a picture like holding the cup or whatever. It's huge. Like it's not like Stanley Cup big, but it's pretty, like it's a good size. Like it looks like a cup. So I got to use that, which was great. My kid had like a pail, like a, I don't know.
Bucket.
Like a little bucket. Yeah. He filled up. We had one kid get sick off of it because they.
Yeah, it sounds not.
So that's how you know it was good.
Oh. Any drink or the Slurpees or what?
It's just Slurpees, and it was $1.50 for however big your bucket was.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
That was
Wait
like
till you make
7-Eleven.
a profit.
America. Okay.
Until you make a profit.
Yeah, well, listen, the first one's free, right? Like you gotta get hooked on it. That's the trick. But it was fun. Like Calvin, my second oldest, like went through and like found YouTube videos of guys like in engineering classes designing cups that would fit through the like. There's a
Like a
post
straw.
with a hole that your cup has to be able to fit through to be eligible to use.
So they made the biggest one.
Yeah, and so there's one group that made like an 8-foot long, but like 10-inch wide thing with a nozzle in the middle.
Why don't they just open the machine and jump in it? Why do you need this?
Whoa, new level. 7-Eleven, this is for you.
Yeah.
Bring your
swim
own
in your
straw.
Slurpee
Just put your
days.
straw inside that
A
thing.
7-Eleven ball crawl.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that. Jump in,
yeah,
get a pole for that thing. The hard part is you got to keep it so cold, That's
Yeah.
the hard part. But anyway, mock me all you will. Hot
This is by far your weirdest
Awesome.
list. dude.
Yeah, no comment.
Come on, you guys made fun of me when I brought up
Who's using
phone
7-Eleven?
games before too, but then you guys all got hooked on those.
Oh, I love that
7-Eleven.
game.
It was awesome.
Balls.
It was a fun bonding experience for my kid.
Okay, that's a good ending right there. Good button.
I'm still taking the Slurpee part though. I love Slurpee.
I'm gonna write down bonding moment with kid, not Slurpee 7-Eleven.
You could, but we want any idea what you're talking about. Slurpee. Oh, no. Bring your own cup, man. That's kind of a fun thing. It was cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I'd seen it like a year ago and didn't bring one because I was like, it's stupid. I just like it out of the cup they give me. But then this year, my kids wanted to do it. So
Is it nationwide? I don't even know if there is a 7-Eleven in my town.
I don't know if there is a 7-Eleven. I think it's a nationwide thing for 7-Elevens, but I don't know. But I put it on Twitter and then they like retweeted me and stuff, so that was exciting. So now I'm going to tell them I talked about it on the podcast. Maybe they'll retweet our podcast.
Maybe you'll get a free Slurpee machine.
No, that would be awesome. I wanted one.
Your
of my
brain
buddies,
almost
but we
just
couldn't-
exploded.
And then Greg died.
What?
I would not eat real food if I could just have Slurpees all the time.
Can you run steak through this? Anyway.
I don't even need to. Just Coke Slurpees on a drip would be fun.
Okay, is it
There
my
are
turn?
times I hate both of you. You know that, right?
I actually felt bad about my third choice, but not anymore.
Oh,
Really
I was like,
Chris.
oh, this is kind of phoning it in. But
can't
now
wait to-
I'm like,
I can't wait to rank these.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Dude, that's crazy.
But the Seattle weather has turned and it is like 65, 70. It's supposed to be like this for the rest of the summer, which is awesome. Although June is always like, you never know. But early, like mid-May, here we are. We're in 70-degree weather, and everyone is so happy. It's like out in the parks wearing shorts. I play on 2 softball teams, and so I appreciate that it's not raining during the games in May. So I'm totally jinxing this because June is going to be awful, I bet. But yeah, Seattle in May. Seattle summer is actually the best place and time you could possibly be. So the longer the summer, the better, obviously. So yes, I am very grateful for the I almost said
It's the first time they used the name. I think this is our second week.
This week I am grateful for the Seattle weather, even though some people would say it's the worst part of living in Seattle, but I love the Seattle weather, even when it's raining. But May is looking great here in Seattle. Everyone should come out and visit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Should you, because we're not going to just come visit. You should, you should keep your ears and eyes open for like a conference we could all go to.
In Seattle?
Yeah. Or
That's
wherever, but yeah, in Seattle would be cool.
Okay. What about like a concert? Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's not.
That's a good
Okay.
idea right there.
Conference will do.
There's got to be something, right? Like Pacific or somewhere has to have something.
When's the
that would be,
next
like, worth
ascent?
going.
I don't think they do that anymore.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
All
nice.
right,
Though.
my number 3.
Hey,
We're
weather's
running out of
not a
time.
cop out, by the way.
I know.
That's a legit. Like, if you really love the weather where you're at, that's a huge deal.
I know. And I was gonna ask you
It is
guys what
huge,
it's
yeah.
like in Michigan and San Antonio right now.
It was nice for a week, and then now it's back to winter. It's like freezing
Winter?
still. But
Really?
yeah. And I have the blessing, I think, the blessing of being married to my wife. And she, she's born and raised in California. So I don't know. When it's nice out here, it's not really nice. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
still not
muggy.
as nice
It's
as where
always
she's from.
something, you know, like, I don't know. And then people, like you said, like you were saying, I got happy and everybody's smiling. That kind of irritates my wife. Everybody's walking around and smiling and acting like everything's okay, but it's too muggy for her. But so right, I'm the rain cloud on the thing, but let's go with it's a C- out here in Michigan. How's the weather down there in Texas?
Texas A-
Gorgeous.
at the worst. It's awesome right now.
I know. I bet it's not too hot yet.
It's not too hot yet, and it should have been because it's May. Like, it gets hot in May, but it hasn't. Like, 2 weekends ago it was like 95, 97 degrees, something like that, and then it just
Broke.
bottomed out. It got it broke for some reason. So now it's like it was like 62 this morning when I went outside. It was awesome. And then it'll be like 80 by the end of the day, but
Yeah,
85 maybe at the most. But
that's awesome.
it's super nice right now. Yeah, this is the best May I can remember, because usually we just get poured on in May. Like, usually it's a ton of rain.
Yeah.
But not this May. I don't know why.
I need to plan a trip to go to Texas this summer, but I pretty much only have August, which is the worst time to go. I know, but that's all I got.
Hey, you want to come speak at a retreat in September?
We'll talk offline.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the deer out my window?
Oh, really?
Not when you
see them.
No.
You got to keep talking, Jason.
Okay, I'm talking. Can you see them?
Yeah.
You see those deer?
Oh, I see its little ears.
There's a bunch of them.
This is an awesome podcast because everybody else will be able to see it.
Yeah. The weather's nice enough for the deer to be out. That's kind of nice.
Yes.
All right, my number 3. We're running low on time, and now
We are not running low on time, but keep going.
I think I'm running low on time. What time? I think I'm gonna new bands coming out, new albums coming out. There's just a bunch, but I think I'll just mention Low Tom. And their album hasn't hit. They've only released one song, but it's good. It's David Bazan from Pedro, and it's the guy from Starflyer, Jason Martin. It's this guy named T.W. Walsh, and that's some other band. And
how do you spell the name of the band?
LO space TOM. And you can hear their one song they released on SoundCloud.
One song.
They've released one song. I forget what the name of it is.
When are they releasing the whole album? I'm
not sure. But my buddy, it was his birthday yesterday, Bill Leonhardt, everybody knows him. He texted me the link, and I'm a big Dave Bazan fan.
Me too.
Except I think he went down the toilet after whenever the Pedro the Lion album with the lion on the front. You know, it's like cartoony. It looked like a Paul Frank thing.
Yeah, but
I think
like
after
the
that
cover art.
Control, even like some of his I don't know, he kind of went, I don't know, I don't like his music anymore, but now he's back. Like, I dig this is the first thing I've liked in a long time from that guy. But anyway,
that's cool. I'm excited to hear
my 2 cents. I'm back. Boom. I'm excited because Jason Martin, I love that guy.
Where's he from?
He's from this band called Starflyer 59.
Oh yeah, you like that.
Yeah,
my brother loved those guys for a little while. I never got to know that much.
They got better and better.
All right, my number 3. Oh, go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, good. My number 3 is I'm preaching on 1 Corinthians this coming year, and I thought I'd like to sit down and just read through 1 Corinthians in one shot and see kind of where the breaks are and kind of what the arguments are and how it's going. And I tried to do that with my regular Bible, and it's almost impossible. Like, the verses and the chapter breaks, and like it was really painful to try. So I thought, well, somebody else must have had this problem. So I looked it up, and they make a thing called the ESV Reader's Bible, which has no verses in it.
Oh.
It's so much better.
You make your own break from the discussion.
Yeah, like you just kind of, as you're reading it, like, but there's chapters, but the chapters are kind of small. Like the numbering for the chapters is kind of off to the side and small, so it doesn't really get in the way. And so you just kind of can roll through it. And it took me almost an hour to read through 1 Corinthians with the verses, and it took like 15 minutes without them. I couldn't believe it. But if you're somebody who wants to read your Bible in bigger chunks, man, having one that does not have verses. There's a couple other versions too that don't have verses. For those of you who don't know this, the verses are not inspired, right? Like they're not part of the original text. So, but they're helpful, obviously, when you're trying to find things, but they can be really unhelpful when you're trying to read big chunks at a time. So I don't know. It was super. So my number 3 is the ESV Reader's Bible. I don't love the ESV as a translation.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I wish there was a different version, translation that had the Reader's version, but they have, they thought to do a Reader's Bible, so that's cool. There is a NIV one, but it's broken into chunks different, so you can't get the whole Bible in one package. That one's from Zondervan. This one looks like a really cool Bible, and it comes in a fun case, and I don't know, it's just cool. Like it's slick. So I really liked it.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
I think ESV, whatever they're doing something right. And actually, the translation, I like that it's different than how I've studied the most.
I don't hate the translation. I don't love it, but their Reader's Bible is great. And then they also have a Bible app on the phone that's like the best app I've ever used for Bible stuff.
Nice.
It's really, really handy, like for word searches and stuff. It's super easy to use, and it's free. So the Reader's Bible is not free, but anyway, I really like that one. That's my third one. Anybody else chime in on that one?
That's wicked good.
Do you have any comments for me?
Well, no, I before I rank them, obviously, I want to know.
Oh yeah.
If anybody else wants to. But like I was thinking, as a congregation, it could be like it's. It might be a little bit more than what you would normally buy for like congregational Bibles or whatever. But it's to be able to kind of read a whole chunk without having it broken up all the time. It's just I don't know. Like I remember my mom read The Message when it first came out.
Yeah.
And that was one of the cool things about The Message is he just took out the verses, and she would read it and then go back and read her actual Bible to see if the message was the same or not. And so she ended up reading her Bible like twice through because of the message. But that was one of my favorite things talking to her about it, was like she could just fly through the message. And partly it was the translation, but partially it's just because there weren't verse breaks every time.
Yeah.
So
and there's also the story. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
I think good too. If you want to read the whole Bible as a chunk, that's a good. There's no verses in that either, and there's no names of books. I don't think it's just chapter title. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Top 5 out of this terrible list. That is a bad list this week, guys.
Come on.
That's all there is to it.
7-Eleven jacuzzi. Like you bring that stuff.
Oh, well, that's it. Okay, so now my top 2. Number 1, hot tubs. Number 2, 7-Eleven. Thanks for bringing those up, Jason. That's awesome. Number 3, ESV Reader's Bible. I don't know if anybody else has gone their top 3, but I think that's pretty obvious.
Wow. Of course.
You're What You Love is next. That one was awesome. And I'm actually looking forward to this Low Tom album. You sold me on that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put one of Jason's music things on the list. Not our best week ever, but super fun to talk to you guys. Sorry, I had some weirdo questions for you guys early in the podcast.
You're in a weird place right now.
Yes, man. I don't know. I'm worried about young people, B. That's all.
I know. That's okay.
I could just be like a regular old person and not care at all. Maybe I'll do that.
No.
That'll be easier.
They need you.
Jason?
That's it, I think. Oh, do I end it too since I started it?
No, but if you want to go back to your docile tones.
No, that's good. You picked the 5. That's like the worst 5. You just pick the ones that you.
It's like pouting.
And the one from Bianca. The one where Bianca is actually yours from like 2 years ago. You're like, I'll bring up mine again. That's not a top 5.
Tiger Woods with a 7-foot putt on the 18th. Jason, the world, man.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, I love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
All right, bye.
See you next week.